Clone troopers and battle droids were the perfect armies to fight and eventually destroy the Jedi. I got this idea while doing a reread of the original Thrawn trilogy by Timothy Zahn, and the theory has been developing in my mind since then. Let's explore it. So, this theory revolves around the treatment of clones in the Thrawn trilogy, and a natural assumption about battle droids. If you have not read the books, or maybe have never heard of them, then let me fill you in. During the course of this trilogy of books, the Imperial Remnant, led by the last Imperial Grand Admiral, Thrawn, comes into possession of a cloning facility in a storehouse owned by the late Emperor Palpatine. Through the use of small force-repellent lizards, the Empire is able to grow clones at a frightening rate and threaten to overwhelm the New Republic. Now, the thing I want to focus on is how the minds of the clones feel to Luke Skywalker. Using his super fantastic Jedi senses of happiness and fun times, he touches the minds of clones at various times and finds that their minds feel very strange. This is because they are copies of the same mind, and it makes it feel rather unnatural, and Luke has difficulty getting much from their minds. Now, admittedly, the clones in the Thrawn trilogy differ from the troopers used during the Clone Wars in a few key ways, but they still all come from the same clone template in Jango Fett, and would likely feel very similar, even if they do have their own personalities and may diverge slightly from one another. I posit that because they all share the same neural pathways and would feel similar to one another, the Jedi would have a difficult time in telling what the clones were thinking, in much the same way that it is very hard to distinguish individual calls in a colony of penguins. The Jedi may find it difficult to sense anything is wrong when Order 66 came through all the noise of the identical minds. Now, my theory involving the droids is fairly similar to the clone theory, but is much more airtight. Because droid armies are purely mechanical, the Jedi cannot sense them, basically throwing their major advantage, being able to sense what their enemy intends, out the window and making them no better than regular officers at leading their men. This levels the advantages of the Jedi and limits their effectiveness versus the threats they were used to facing, possibly making them feel blind and more prone to making mistakes during the battles they fought in, increasing the body count and making the Jedi seem less competent than they really were in the eyes of the galaxy. Although it has some flaws and leaps of logic, I think that my theory builds into the lore of the Star Wars universe and shows again clearly that Palpatine was several chess moves ahead of the rest of the galaxy when it came to planning and laying out the Clone Wars, and also that he built his opposing armies specifically to fight and defeat the Jedi when the time came. Anyways, that's all I have today. Thank you very much for watching, and if you did like the video, then please give it a like, as it helps the channel be noticed by the YouTube algorithm gods, and shown favor by being more widely suggested. I hope you enjoyed the video, stay safe, and have a good day.